Hello, folks, and welcome back to episode 6 of, what was that?
The Defacto Film Reviews Podcast.
There's Mr. Robert. Defacto Reviews Film Podcast. Of course, I am your co-host, Andrew Walker, and we also have Robert Joseph Butler here. We're enjoying this beautiful summer weather here in Metro Detroit. And we got a couple film reviews for you, and we're going to talk about a couple of our favorite actors and actresses after that. What you got first, Mr. Robert?
I just want to first start off with saying thank you for having me again in our 6th episode here in Metro Detroit in the shores of Lake Orion, as I always like to say.
Right on the shores.
Right on the shores. What a beautiful summer it's been for the most part, despite the smog we had that one weekend.
That was nasty.
Yes, went up to Tawas over the weekend, had a beautiful swim up in Lake Orion with some friends for a bachelor party, and just glad to be back.
How many strip clubs did you guys go to up there?
Oh, zero.
Zero. Oh, good.
We got to be good. There,
yes.
None of that anymore.
Yeah, we're in our 40s. Don't really do that anymore.
Yes.
So a huge movie just recently came out. The one and only Christopher Nolan adapted The Odyssey. It's almost 3 hours long. Rob, what say you about this movie?
I have to say this movie is masterfully made. It is absolutely stunning. It's a crowning achievement on every level. It's just a great adaptation of Homer's classic story, his epic poem that's over 3,000 years old now.
Yes.
And it's just a monumental achievement. It really is. You know me, I'm very I'm not going to say I'm lukewarm on Christopher Nolan, but I hold some reservations with caution at times with him. But he's never made a bad movie. I can admit that. I think some of his movies are widely overpraised. I think sometimes the fanboys or film bros, whatever you want to call them, definitely it gets a little redundant hearing his praise, but he earns it in this one. I think this is top 3 Nolan, up there with The Dark Knight and Memento.
Wow,
yes,
that's high praise.
It very much is. It's just so well made. I was just so entrenched and engulfed with this epic story, and it's so grandiose on every scale, every moment hits.
Yes,
the cast is great. Hearing a lot of people having a lot of quibbles. Certain people saying it's not a faithful adaptation. I don't understand why you would really want it to be that close to the literature. You have to modernize some stuff.
Right.
It's stuff's meant to evolve and whatnot. And I see some people think that the casting's a hit or miss. I don't agree with that. I think every performance hits for that part. Nolan's written some of the strongest female characters he's ever had. He's been criticized for that before, having minor characters, female characters, but Anne Hathaway, I think, is just outstanding in this. She's given a lot of vulnerabilities in that, especially the second act. It really becomes her story when she re-encounters Elysius in Ithaca. And another great thing, too, is Samantha Morton.
Oh, yeah, it's the witch.
It's the witch. She's outstanding. That felt like it goes right out of a Robert Eggers movie in some sense.
It was. It had that the whole scene. It had like almost like an old English out in the countryside in a little wooden house.
Right.
And it seemed like the colors were kind of muted there, like a Eggers film.
Right.
You know. But yeah, it was kind of freaky at one part.
Very ominous.
Yeah.
It's a very faithful adaptation. He hits all the famous moments from that story into this. We've seen that story there's a lot of great film adaptations over the years. There's been a lot of retellings of it. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? But this film, Andrew, every moment just has a breathtaking sequence.
And I would like to say it's just under 3 hours long, but the pacing, the momentum, the editing keeps you interested. I never once drifted off and like wanted to check my phone or anything in that full 3 hours. It kept me engaged the whole time.
Yeah, I always keep my phone off in the movies, but I never got it once. I was so entrenched with it.
It was good.
The Cyclops sequence is
yes. I hope we get to see a little making of when the Blu-ray comes out. I want to see how they did that because I know it was they might use a tiny bit of CGI at some parts, but I
Right,
think
mostly practical.
It was mostly
yeah.
practical and
Used a 30-foot puppet, something
a
crazy
puppet,
like that.
and
yeah.
then I think some parts might have been forced perspective.
Sure.
I know for sure there were other parts of the movie that were forced perspective, and Nolan had between 200 $250 million, and he's like, you know what? We're going to use every penny of this.
Right.
We're going to make it look beautiful. We're going to spend money on sets, on costumes, on everything, and it just great in every way.
Well, let's get back to the detractors of this, the Homer type of champions. The what do you want to call them? They're the champions of the Homer story. The academias, if you will, criticizing this movie. Okay, do we really want to see them poison the Cyclops with wine, which is in the original story? No, that looked kind of. It was probably great at the time when he wrote it, and I've seen other adaptations where they do that. But in this one, we don't need to. Not every moment has to be literalized. Not every moment has to be true to the source material. Could you imagine them getting grapes and trying to poison the wine with Matt Damon, all those guys crunching the grapes like that? No, you have to modernize it.
We're going to need 2 more hours of this movie.
yeah, exactly. And then it's just a great moment. It's 10 minutes, but it's one of the most horrifying things that Nolan's ever.
Kind of scary.
Yeah,
along
really
with the witch. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
People complaining about an obvious work of fiction that's at least 3,000 years old. It's like, who cares? It's a work of fiction. Why would anybody be expected to stay 100% to the letter of the actual poem? I don't know. That, to me, those are people that complain for the sake of complaining. Contrarians, I guess you could say.
Oh, there's a lot of those there too.
And
yes.
it's like, wow. Maybe there's a couple other little critiques you could have for this movie, but come on, there's nothing wrong with taking liberties when you're making another work of art from a work of art.
Right, exactly. And a little bit of the plot. Here we are, Matt Damon playing Elysius. We've seen the story before. Sullivan Travels. You name it. A lot of the story's been done. Oh, Brother Rothwell does it.
Yeah.
Whenever you see a road movie, a Journey, Cold Mountains, another one, it's certainly very much based on that because you're getting from one journey to the next.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, exactly. That takes a lot of that, but it's still, even though we've seen it done many times, there's something so singular here and distinctive about Nolan's vision where it feels so refreshing at the same time. Very much like we talked about with Frankenstein last year with Guillermo del Toro.
Exactly like Frankenstein.
Yes.
Man, also another movie with beautiful visuals, beautiful cinematography. Remember that one long shot that we talked about at the end of the movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
So good.
There's so many. How about the forest sequence in that film where he takes his soldiers and they're trying to find food?
And they come across the giants.
The giant armor men.
Did you see how they made that?
I did not, no.
So, for Odysseus and his men, they had shorter, not little people, but 5 foot tall. Like in the case of Matt Damon's stunt double, it was a 5 foot tall woman.
Yes.
Going up against a 7.5 foot tall dude.
Right.
In armor.
Yes.
And then with angles and forced perspective, they made it look even like a bigger difference.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So of course, like with maybe some other scenes of the movie, there might have been some CGI with that, but most of it was shorter people against 7.5 foot tall dudes.
Yes, and that particular moment too. It's just with Odysseus challenging fighting them. It was horrifying.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, and
bone crunching, if you will.
Literally bone crunching, and it was a wreck on the men. I guess we could talk about plot spoilers on here, can't we?
Sure, some of them, sure. Yeah.
I was just going to say one of the boats doesn't even make it back off the shore.
Oh yeah, they tear it apart.
Yeah,
like it's a toy.
Yeah. And different parts of the movie he loses chunks of men here and there. Now, I was working on a film. What day was that? Last Thursday here at the studio. A movie called Sugar Boys, and one of the guys on the crew was talking about it, and he said he liked it, but he said that there were some scenes where the camera was not focused and it looked blurry. And I was trying to think, man, I couldn't think of any instance where I thought it was blurry. Could you?
Was it? No, it must have been maybe the projector he was watching on. It happens sometimes.
That's what somebody else said who I mentioned that to, and I said I was talking to Joe here in the studio, and he's like, no, I can't think of that at all.
No.
And I thought maybe there might have been some scenes where intentionally Nolan might have done that to make it seem more dreamlike, but I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, since you have an eye for that.
I saw it twice. I didn't ever notice it.
Yeah. So all right.
It's Nolan again playing with the fragmented structure that he's done ever since. And if you look at this film, there's a lot of sensibilities and traits that Nolan has caught before. Look at Ithaca, how it turns into anarchy, how there's no rule of law anymore.
Like in The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight, the good Gotham, very similar. Look at Dark Knight Rises, you got Batman returning back to home. So it's almost like he's always wanted to play in this. Look at the Inception. It opens up with him and Leonardo DiCaprio on the beach.
Yeah.
Just like Odysseus arriving into Ithaca on the beach. Very similar.
Yep.
I just love the whole casting, too. Another great moment, too, is that dreamlike sequence, otherworldly sequence, if you want to call that, where Odysseus visits the dead soldiers.
In the Hades.
Yes, the Hades sequences.
Yep.
That was great acting there. Elliot Page.
That
was a scene filler there.
It was a short. It wasn't a super long scene, but that part was really good for Elliot Page. Really good.
Right.
Yep.
And
Very well acted.
Yeah, and how about Benny Safdie?
I didn't even know that was him.
Yeah.
Because there's no actual clear shot of his face that whole time.
Well, he framed like Magneto. Like Magneto, how he was in the 80s and 90s. He just have that helmet on with the shadows his face.
Yep.
And the way they film him, too. Benny Safdie's already a kind of a tough, strong man.
Big guy, yeah.
Big guy, and he really makes him stoic in this.
Yep. This is just my opinion, because I think she's a great actress, but I wish there would have been more time for Zendaya for her Athena character. There are scenes where you don't know if she's really there or if it's Matt Damon's imagination, but
it's definitely. She's playing Athena, and it's definitely a god guiding him into safety.
But she also played that real life character. I read about it. Towards the end of the movie, there was a flashback to when they sack Troy, where they kill her, and from what I read, it said that was the physical embodiment of Athena. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's very very quick when it happens.
Yeah.
No, but I was going to say
she has 3 minutes of screen time and 1 or 2 lines. It's not much.
You reminded me a lot of the narrator in Inherent Vice, and I think that was also drawn from Athena as well in the story. Yes.
Oh, wow.
What Tom Pynchon really wrote the novel, but it serves as a narrative device. But I didn't have an issue with that as well. I know because it's just Zendaya, but I think it moves the plot forward. Her presence brings some spiritual realm to the material.
And it's sort of a reminder to Matt Damon of what he did and how he had guilt about it. Because towards the end of the movie, when he's talking to Anne Hathaway, and he says, "We broke what's it called, the Zeus rule or the Zeus code or whatever."
Yeah,
Zeus law.
Zeus's law.
Yeah. And then that's when those flashbacks come back to when. I don't think it was him that killed her, but one of his men killed Zendaya's character Athena.
Yeah. And
he has a lot of regret about that. Also, another theme in Nolan's movies, the main dude having regrets about things in the past.
Yes, for sure. And then trying to get back home is always a big thing. Getting back, it's back to Lenny.
Inception, Lenny.
Lenny and Memento, trying to get back to his roots.
Yep.
And he can't, and just a stunning achievement. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Let's go on to our next movie. What do you have on the list?
I just watched a screener last night from Magnolia Pictures. It opens this Friday. When this podcast goes live, the movie will probably be out, but it's called I Want Your Sex.
Really? Is it as provocative as the title, the movie?
Yes, I Want Your Sex. It's got Olivia Wilde in it, playing a very racy role, and Cooper Hoffman from Licorice Pizza, Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. Yeah. He was also in the Saturday Night movie and also in The Walk.
The Walk, yeah.
Yes, and basically he plays a young man right out of college trying to get a job.
Charlie XCX is in it too.
Yeah, she is. What a year she's having. All
Yeah.
these indies she's doing, and she plays the girlfriend of Cooper Hoffman.
Yeah. Cool.
So basically, it's about a young man who just gets out of college, he's trying to get a job. He gets a job at an arts museum ran by Olivia Wilde, who does her art. She displays her art there. She hires him on the spot. She's very sexualized, and then she is very attractive to him. They end up having an affair. She ends up being more of a dominant role, and then the relationship ends up becoming playful. Then it becomes very toxic, and it ends up becoming weaponized. And has a lot to say about our modern culture and how we view sex in this modern age.
Sure.
It plays on that as well, and it gets involved with cancel culture as well. Also gets involved with sensitivity and all that type of stuff. That I commend Greg Araki. He's always ahead of the curve. He's always made films dating back in the 90s with the Doom Generation and Nowhere that push the realm, captures modern day alienation, shows the superficiality of our modern world.
Okay.
If you watch his movies in the 90s now, they still feel timeless. We're still dealing with a lot of these issues now, and he's able to always push the envelope here. But this is a very stylized, really well scripted movie. The scenes with Olivia Wilde and Cooper Hoffman hold a great dynamic in this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Would you give it 3.5 out of 4?
I'd give it 3 out of 4.
3 out of
I'd
4?
rate it. Yeah. So the Odyssey, the 4 out of 4, and I would rate this 3 out of 4. Yeah.
4 out of 4 for Odyssey.
Yes,
Wow, that's
yes.
high praise. And we got to mention this. Our friend here at the studio, Joe, watched it, and he actually liked it.
The Odyssey.
There's a lot of movies that Joe just has not been into for a while now. So I'm glad he finally got his Prozac.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, Odyssey's great. What do we got on the list next?
Next, speaking of Olivia Wilde, is her third feature that she directed that she also stars in, titled The Invite. This is a movie that definitely plays on the tropes of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. We've seen this type of film play out in Roman Polanski's Carnage. Michael Nichols again with Closer. It's very much like a chamber piece, just 4 characters getting together in a night, and the night turns into playful, and it becomes edgier throughout the night between the couples. But it's got a great cast. Olivia Wilde plays the wife, and her husband's played by Seth Rogen. And there's a lot of turmoil going on.
That girl with him?
Well, he plays a musician in the film who's now a teacher. And they have a daughter. The daughter's out at night. She ends up spending the night, but they invite their neighbors over. And their neighbors is played by Penelope Cruz and Edward Norton. And they're finally getting together to have a nice night of dinner, getting to know each other, socializing, all that type of stuff. But everything tends to get awry. And then come to find out there's a lot of sexual repression going on with the married couple. There's quite a dichotomy between the two couples where you got Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz are very liberated with their sexuality. They come to find out they have orgies upstairs, and it keeps Seth Rogen up at night. He's very uptight about it. And they're more conservative a couple, but there's a lot of hidden deep desires that within Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen's character that they have a lot that are bottled up inside. And very well scripted movie. And many elements reminded me of like a Woody Allen movie, like Husbands and Wives, for an example. The dialogue and the banter is great. It's just a sharply scripted movie, very well directed by Olivia Wilde. I definitely would say this is her strongest movie that she's ever directed thus far.
Booksmart,
and then she did that Darling.
Don't worry, Darling.
That was a misfire.
I heard
that
it
film.
wasn't great.
Yeah, but this is definitely a rebound, and very impressed. And Edward Norton, every character, Edward Norton especially, he pulls off a outstanding performance. Penelope Cruz, top notch once again, and you see moments together where the two couples kind of swap in a way where they go and they hang out with each other. They have a nice joint and they get to know each other. And then Edward Norton and Olivia Wilde walk around, and we find out she takes her clothes off in front of them, and they have a little playful thing in front of them. Like I said, there's a lot of repressed desires in it. Great contrast, and then a lot of pathos in the movie too. I end up caring for all these characters. Even Seth Rogen, the character in this movie, is a huge jerk, but in the end of the day, there's emotional payoffs with them too. Very, very well scripted film, like I said.
I heard that Ed Norton has a good monologue in it.
He does.
Yeah.
It's about his name, Hawk, and why he's called Hawk.
Okay.
I won't reveal it, but you also get to know about his character in the film, and right when you start to humanize Seth Rogen's character, he kind of throws it away one moment later. He shows a little bit of sympathy, and he throws it away, not to reveal anything. Definitely worth checking out. See this in the theater. If you can't see it in the theater, I'm sure it'll be on HBO Max. Definitely one of the finest so far this year.
I'm everything I've read about it, and I've avoided spoilers, like plot spoilers, but the little bit I've read about it, a couple sources, and now what you're saying, everyone says it's excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. So I'm definitely going to put this on my list to see when it comes out. What you got on the list next?
Next one is the maestro, the stylist, the bizarre filmmaker of Nicholas Winding Refn.
Drive.
The director of Drive and those Pusher trilogy, Only God Forgives, The Neon Demon. And he did some series like Too Old to Die Young on Amazon Prime, which was very controversial. We discussed the show before in our summer movie preview, how he directed that, and then he did Copenhagen Cowboy. This is his first feature film in 10 years because he spent the last 10 years,
doing TV.
Doing the series, the miniseries, which are very cinematic, though. Those series are like one long movie, if you ask me. But
I got to watch them.
Especially episode 5 of Too Old to Die Young. That's his magnum opus. The whole series is his magnum opus. But,
really? Okay.
Yes.
I read today that the guy who did the opening song in Drive,
yes,
Kavinsky, passed away.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay.
He was only 50.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, but so people were putting on Instagram. There were a lot of homages to him.
Right,
especially that opening scene with Night Call.
Yes.
One of the best opening scenes in modern cinema history,
great.
in my opinion. Anyway, back to the new Refn.
Yes, this is it captures that surrealism that he's been doing as of late. Ever since Only God Forgives, he's been making these slow burn, neo-noir, neon-bathed horror movies. Started with Only God Forgives. He carried it through with the Neon Demon. We've seen this type of style carry on from this shows too. But this is a very bizarre movie. It also has an Italian giallo tone to it. It feels very much like a Dario Argento or Mario Bava movie in many ways.
And the sense of like visuals with like the rich colors,
visuals, and some of the plotting and all that type of stuff. Yeah, it's very much it's like a chamber piece, just like the Invite too. Just a few locations. It's about 5 characters. There's also a flashback in the film with Charles Melton, who is great in May December.
Yeah,
he plays a Japanese soldier in the film who is trying to protect young girls in the film from getting exploited. And he takes on the mob and wins, contrary to Ryan Gosling's character, Only God Forgives. It's very similar to that with the tide stir. But then he ends up becoming a phantom. He's
moon?
He's haunting these young gals in the film. These young girls ready to start a movie. Sophie Thatcher's character is in the film. We see her friends, and her stepmom's like only a few years older than her. And there's an interesting dynamic with them as well. But no, it's what you'd expect. It's a movie you watch and you have to really let it process. It not everything connects on a narrative level or on a plotting level until you think about it more. And it's a movie you have to definitely repeat. You have to have, those movies are like that. They invite repeat watching, and they stay with you as well. I don't think it's as great as Neon Demon or his other films and series and stuff like that, but it's still a fascinating work. 3 out of 4.
Did you see this in the theater or at home on?
This one I watched in the theater.
Do you know where it's playing right now?
Yes, AMC John R.
John R?
John R, yep.
Might have to drive down there because I didn't get to see Drive in the theater, unfortunately, when it came out, but I would like to see this in the theater.
Yes, yep.
All right.
Definitely highly recommend it.
3 out of 4?
3 out of 4. As I said, 3 out of 4, yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
What we got next?
This next one we'll talk about is Gail Dottie and it's a lot of long title on it. Gail Dottie and the Celebrity Sex Pass. There we go.
Yes. Okay.
Directed by co-written and directed by our David Wayne, who did Wet Hot American Summer.
Yep.
And The 10 and Role Model.
He wrote it with Ken Marino, who's
also in the film.
Very funny actor.
Yes, he is.
Great physical comedy.
Yes. Very, very uneven comedy, I'd say.
Okay.
The laughs are hit or miss in many levels, but man, when they hit, they hit.
Okay.
And it is a highly amusing movie, but it's just like the title says. It's Zoe Doach is in it. She's very sharp in the film. She finds out her fiance in the film is having they all say they're gonna have a celebrity sex pass. So Jennifer Aniston's in town. She's selling a cookbook, her playing herself. So he goes, "Let me go back. I'll be right back. I forgot something there." She walks in on him. They're having an affair together. She's betrayed on it. They're getting ready to get married. So she ends up leaving the town, goes to L.A., and she wants to cash in her celebrity sex pass with her friend because she's a hairdresser, and her celebrity sex pass that she wants to have is John Hamm.
I'm looking at the cast list, and I see
from Mad Men. Yeah,
John Hamm as himself.
He plays himself. Yes.
And John Slattery as himself.
John Slattery plays. Yeah,
both from Mad Men.
Mad Men. Yep. Because they track down John Flattery playing himself, and he helps them track down John Hamm. We'll come to find out he's been getting ghosted a lot over these years by John Hamm. While he praises that they have such a strong friendship. It's a very zany, kooky movie that you'd expect, but some of the stuff that didn't work was some of the hitman stuff. There's a hitman. They end up getting a suitcase at the airport. They take the wrong suitcase, and the hitman want the possessions back. It's by a mob boss. Mm-hmm. That stuff doesn't work. It gets very violent and pulpy in those particular moments, and that's where the part feels uneven. However, when we get away from that stuff is when it hits the most, when they're trying to track down John Hamm, when they have the crazy encounters in L.A. For instance, Ben Wayne's really strong in the movie. He plays an intern at CAA, a highly big talent agency in Hollywood, and he gets fired on the spot because he always pushes the realms and pushes the envelope of what he could do in his position, but he ends up still taking on the duties of helping them track down John Hamm. And all their comedic synergy between that whole cast trying to find John Hamm is outstanding. Sadly, like I said, it takes some detours, comedic detours in the movie, but overall, I gave this movie 3 out of 4 in Defacto, a mild 3 out of 4, like a B-. Definitely worth recommending, especially if you like David Wayne.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. I haven't heard anything else about it, like no marketing or nothing. But I see there are quite a few people who play themselves in it.
So the marketing stuff, you have to look at it this way. It's Sony Pictures Classic. They don't have the money anymore to compete with A24 or Neon. That's sad to say.
Sure.
But this kind of movie is going to have to rely on word of mouth. It's going to have to build up word of mouth over the years, you know.
Yep. So you mentioned Jennifer Aniston plays herself. People also play themselves. Henry Winkler, Elizabeth Banks, Weird Al, Paul Rudd, Penn Jillette.
Penn Jillette plays it. So Penn Jillette and Weird Al, they're at his mansion, and it involves another shootout, just like Marty Supreme. Like, hey, Penn Jillette, and these shootouts at houses, you know.
And unrecognizable Penn Jillette. And,
sure, yeah.
At least I didn't recognize him in Marty Supreme. Also, Elizabeth Perkins plays herself.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see this. Where's this one playing?
This was playing, I wish you saw a screener of this one, but it's been playing at theaters local. Okay. Yes. I think it was up at the Trillium. It's probably out of there now.
Sure.
Sony Pictures Classic, come on.
Yeah,
I want IFC Films, and I want Janus Pictures. I want more people to watch these movies.
Yeah.
There's so many more indies out there. And like you said, they don't get marketed, but at the end of the day, that's why we have our podcast, so we can help promote these small movies.
Yeah, and talk about them on social media and try to promote them like we do.
Yep.
Yeah, those and Focus and, like I said, A24 and Neon. A lot of these indies, some of them are getting pretty big with some huge movies the last couple of years coming out, and I'm glad. And it's making the big studios take notice, because a lot of big studios are putting out movies with a budget of $150 million and are barely making that back, like with Star Wars, Mandalorian. When you add marketing, I think it made a profit of like $10 or $15 million, and that was it. So, yeah, take note.
Right.
Especially A24 and Neon. They're killing it.
Yes.
All right, what's next, Robert?
We'll finalize this until we move on to our next topic, but I wanted to recommend a small indie. Speaking of small films, I watched this on a screener. I don't even know if it opened up here. Actually, it did. It played at Birmingham 8.
Okay.
Because I always look up things where it's playing at. It's a film called Coterre with Angelina Jolie. She plays a film director going out to France to film a project, a horror movie she's always wanted to make.
Ooh.
She's disconnected with her daughter, and her daughter wishes she was at home with her. We'll come to find out she ends up getting diagnosed with some cancer, and she does not know how to confront it. So she lives out her last few months. Not that she's going to die or anything, but she starts to have an epiphany, and she really lives out her life these last few months while she's in Paris, while she moves back to the States. But in the meantime, she develops a really strong relationship with Louis Garrel in the movie. He's a famous French actor, and this is a movie that touches on a lot of mature themes. And Angelina Jolie proves that she still has what it takes to act. This is a very humanistic performance that I hope more people ought to seek out.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now, and it looks interesting. I had to
And
to
Louis
look.
Garrel's the name. Louis Garrel, I meant to say, yeah.
Yeah. I was looking to see if she had any creative input on it because I know in real life she had breast cancer.
So she did. She is one of the producers on the movie, so I'm sure
Okay.
she did.
But yeah, I'm looking. The writer director is Alice
Yes.
Winocour.
Winocour. She did a really strong movie in 2015. I believe it came out called Mustang that I like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I hadn't seen Angelina in anything. It seemed like for a while.
Yes.
But glad she put something really good out. Cool. You could give that what 3.5?
3.
3?
3 out of film. 3 out of 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
You want to talk about our favorite actors and actresses, Robert, or do you have anything more about any reviews from the last month?
I know those are all there. We have other reviews as well on defactofilmreviews.com. We also I reviewed the Odyssey, so did Noah on our site.
Okay.
Noah Dameron, check that out. And we also have a few other new films. All these movies I talked about have the reviews up there. I'll have the review of the new Gregoraki movie as well.
Cool.
I want to have sex.
Yeah, so I
want your sex. Right?
Yeah,
I want your sex.
I want your sex. I know in the past, I think we had briefly just talked about, hey, maybe sometime we can do a short segment on some of our favorite actors and actresses. And so I mentioned this to you recently. So we each came up with five actors, 5 actresses. I just strictly stuck to people that are acting right now, not people who have either retired or
Okay.
passed away.
So I can't include Jack Nicholson in this because he's
No, I'm just saying for my list.
okay.
But no, of course you can
Okay.
do whatever you want. 'Cause, yeah, he hasn't made anything in.
Yeah, I think he's retired now. I mean, there's
Yeah.
rumors that he might come back, but
I heard that.
yeah.
I'll start with. I didn't put them in order because that's a little harder to do. But I'll go with 2 actors first. I got Oscar Isaac and Robert Pattinson. Now, Oscar Isaac is known, of course, for Star Wars, 2 Alex Garland films, Ex Machina, and he had a smaller part in Annihilation.
Right.
I think he's very versatile, and I think I might have told you about this. They came out with a season 2 of this show called Beef that he was in with Carey Mulligan, and he played a fairly different character, which showed more range. Of course, our girl Kaylee Spaney was in it.
Yes.
Highly recommend. I know you don't have a lot of time for TV shows, but this Beef season 2 was excellent. Melton is in it. Charles Melton.
Okay. Nice.
He plays Kaylee Spaney's boyfriend.
And he deserved an Oscar nomination for May December. In
May
fact, he should have
December.
beat Robert Downey Jr. You hear that, Joe? You hear that, Joe? If you're watching.
I think this might have been the first time I've seen Charles Melton in something, unless I'm forgetting something
Definitely,
else.
please check out May December.
He was excellent. He showed a good amount of range. Robert Pattinson, of course, everyone knows he pretty much got popular from the
Twilight movies.
Twilight, which are whatever. But most of his work since then, I think, has been excellent.
Oh, it has. Absolutely.
I think he is a true chameleon.
Yeah.
He does it. Seems like he does a different accent for every role. When he has to do an American accent, it's not the same American accent from time to time, in my opinion. He was a slimeball in the aforementioned Odyssey,
Sure.
and he plays a great slimeball.
Channeling James Woods a lot in Casino, which
I heard he
did that.
He looked at that for inspiration. And then he's done tons of smaller films that maybe only made $1 million or $2. I know he was in Good Grief, which I still need to watch. No,
Good Times.
Good Times.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Good
Safdie
Times, yeah.
brothers.
The Lighthouse, Robert Redgers,
That's right. High Life.
High Life, The
Which
Rover.
was-
He's great. I think he should have been nominated for The Rover.
I need to
With
see
Guy
that.
Pearce plays a supporting performance.
I think
Die My Love last year, the drama.
and when you see him in interviews, he's he's always doing some sort of like joke.
Yeah.
He's a super funny person. And I think he tries to be a little subversive in interviews, which I love. He kind of messes with the interviewer, which I think is great. But yeah, he's probably a couple years younger than us, probably mid to late 30s.
Sure,
I think just a little younger than us. Still has a huge future ahead of himself. If the past is anything to go by, he's going to continue to make excellent films.
Look how many great directors he works with, and he's selective. He doesn't go do junk.
Right. After Twilight, he's like,
I want to work with auteurs.
Yeah.
I have enough money to do this, and he does.
Yep.
Look he's worked with David Cronenberg, James Gray, and The Lost City of Zed. 2 Cronenberg movies, I guess.
2 Nolan movies, Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet
and Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah. Lynn Ramsey with Die My Love, he was in that. And the list goes on. Claire Denis, High Life.
Yeah. I know we had talked about this off Mike, but I didn't care as much for Cosmopolis, but I don't think
I think it's a minor work, but I really did like Maps to the Stars, though.
I don't think it was necessarily his fault.
I don't even think it's Cronenberg's fault. I just think that it's hard to adapt that type of. It's based on a book.
Yep. The story and the dialogue it just was not clicking.
Don DeLillo is the writer. It's always hard to adapt his work. It's just stay as a novel.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are 2-year actors on your list?
Well, Patton, that's a great one. I didn't pick him, but that is a great one. And I would say, like, out of the directors, the actors to come on, 21st century, I'd put him in there. If we're talking about living actors of today, top of my list, definitely De Niro. Robert De Niro would be up there.
Yeah.
But I have to say, though, De Niro's not as selective. He just does, sometimes he does stuff for paychecks, but.
Yeah, like Bad Grandpa.
Yeah, Bad Grandpa, the Rocky and Bullwinkle type of stuff. The list goes on and on, but
do you think he really needs the money, or do you think he just likes to keep busy?
Well, he does have some alimony. So he's got to do where the money goes. But with De Niro, though, my gosh, alone just having The Godfather Part 2 and Goodfellas on your resume.
Oh, yeah.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
But no, Raging Bull. This is the actor that pretty much created the transformation.
The comedian.
What's that?
Really?
Yeah, the
comedian, which I recently watched and loved.
Yeah, the King of Comedy.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
King of Comedy. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying.
He's definitely Scorsese's go-to guy, and then took a break. And it was great seeing him with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah.
Again, in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yep.
But De Niro, though, has a lot of range.
Yeah.
And I noticed that when De Niro takes direction, that's when he fires. When he works with a great director, that's where you pull out the performance.
Sure.
And it's like that at work.
Taxi Driver.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always tell my fellow supervisors that too, and my coworkers. I say, like, hey, I'm a supervisor too. Sometimes you got to give people direction. Even De Niro, he's a great actor. He needs that great direction. If you don't give them coaching or direction, it's going to either fall flat or stay stagnant. The more you direction, the more the performance will excel.
That's right.
But no, De Niro would definitely be up there, Andrew. What about you? Do you like De Niro? Any performances you like of his in particular?
He didn't make my top 5, but he would make probably my top 10.
Okay.
Like I just said, Taxi Driver.
Yeah, Taxi Driver is so great. Mean Streets.
Yeah. So many movies
Cape Fear
from the 70s and 80s where they're New York City action, really gritty. Those type of films.
I think a very underlooked performance of his, and I think it's a very supporting small performance, is Alfonso Cuarón's Great Expectations.
I haven't seen that.
He is quite strong in that too. I mean, it's a great film, not a great movie, but it's based on a great story, that Charles Dickens novel and stuff like that. But
great performance.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow, Ethan Hawke are in it too, and Anne Bancroft. But he's very much kept as an ominous figure, but he holds a lot of vulnerabilities. De Niro's done horror, like Hide and Seek, not a particular strong movie, but he's done many genres and he pulls it off. His performance as the young Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2 is a performance for the ages. I love that origin. He speaks in the Sicilian dialect and the language, and it's just a very compelling performance. And do you want me to pick another one? Or you want to go?
Yeah.
So the next one would be Denzel Washington.
Okay.
That'd be my next one too. Malcolm X is one of the greatest performances of all time. He should have won the Oscar for that. He ended up winning the Oscar for Training Day, great performance as well. He's got a lot of range as well. Flight is a very strong performance. He was nominated for that as well.
I have seen Flight. That was really
he
good.
got game. He was robbed for that. Hurricane, he was nominated for that too. Philadelphia with Tom Hanks, another great performance there. I just love watching John Q. He's in that particular movie too. Not the greatest script in the world, but he really anchors that movie. Where even how heavy-handed it is about our healthcare system and all that, he sells the case and conveys it with that exquisite performance.
Denzel's great, but honestly, I haven't seen very many of his films at all. For whatever reason, I just...
Oh, wow.
Out of those ones...
Glory? That's another sporting
The only one that I've seen is Flight, out of those you mentioned. I haven't seen any of those other
You never saw Malcolm X even?
Nope.
That's... Wow.
I know.
Training Day?
No.
Wow.
I know.
You got to get on that.
I know.
You probably, if you saw more, you'd put him as top 5, I'm sure.
Probably definitely like top 10.
Yeah.
I'll go with 2 more of mine. Another, in my opinion, well, both of these guys are true chameleons, like Pattinson, Joaquin Phoenix and Christian Bale.
Yeah, those are great picks.
Joaquin Phoenix will do a big movie. Well, it was probably supposed to be a big movie, but it didn't do so hot. But the Napoleon with Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
But then he'll do Beau is Afraid.
Sure, yeah.
One of the weirdest movies from one of our weirdest horror directors, Ari Aster.
In Eddington as well.
In Eddington, which is a lot less weird, but still... Yeah,
Did you see the films he's in with James Gray? Please do if you haven't.
What would they be?
We Own the Night. Okay, that's a great performance. Two Lovers. You got to see Two Lovers is top notch. Phoenix.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people have mixed views on this movie, but I think it's one of the director's better movies. Is The Village, M. Night Shyamalan. I love that movie. I think it's a very unique premise. By your facial expressions, I don't think you agree with me.
I think it's a live action Scooby Doo.
I saw it in the theater and the twist.
Wow, I saw a twist.
I loved it. I did not see it coming.
Wow, as soon as they show that shed, I'm like, oh, that's where they do the costumes.
Well, there's that twist, but then there's the other twist.
Well, that
the
modern.
It.
Sure,
yeah,
that's what I knew. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then, of course, before that, he did Signs with Shyamalan.
I love him in Signs. I love Signs.
Yeah. But yeah, if you look at his filmography, there's all sorts of different types of movies.
Her.
The Master. Yeah, I haven't seen Her yet, but I need to. Inherent Vice, which I know is regarded as
bottom tier
PTA. But there's something subversive about that movie and his character.
Yeah, I think
he's
a
detective, but his personal life is so weird. I don't know. There's something about that movie, and of course the soundtrack is, of course, great because it's PTA. Yeah. I think I like that movie better than a couple other PTA movies, but we'll talk about that some other time. But I don't know. I've rewatched it a couple times now, and I really, really enjoy it.
He's definitely a great one too, and The Master is an outstanding performance, and that one of his finest performances. And To Die, the movie that Gus Van Sant did with Nicole Kidman, To Die For, that's a great film too. Earlier, okay. Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, definitely check that one if you haven't already.
Yeah, I haven't. My other guy I mentioned, Christian Bale, who everyone all of a sudden knew as Batman, but he did American Psycho in 2000. Mm-hmm. And then when did Empire of the Sun come out? Was that
87? Yeah,
which is Spielberg, not as popular Spielberg as compared to his other movies. I've never seen it, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, he's great in it. I mean, you watch it now, it's like, oh my God, it looks like Bale, but he's a little boy.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah.
And wasn't he also in Newsies?
Yes.
Around maybe a couple years after that.
It came out in 93. He's a teenager at that, like a late teen. Robert Duvall's in it too, plays the newspaper editor, Pulitzer.
And then he did a really, really strange movie, The Machinist.
Yeah,
which
The Fighter.
I think was right around the first time, maybe a year before or after the first Batman.
Yeah, about the same year it was released, a year before. Yeah.
Yeah, The Fighter 2010 was excellent. I saw that in the theater.
Great
and
performance
I'm glad
in
I
that.
did. He was in one of the lesser Terminator movies, Terminator Salvation, which I thought it was okay for an action movie.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people hated it, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay for what it was.
I agree. It's not terrible. It's watchable.
Yeah. I saw it in the theater and liked it. Drawing a blank on a couple of his films since then, but anyway.
Well, he was a good Dick Cheney.
Oh yeah, and Vice.
Vice,
yeah, of course, Vice.
I liked him in that performance, and we don't forget American Hustle. He likes working with David O. Russell.
David O. Russell. Was he in Silver Linings Playbook? I know Cooper was.
No, it was Bradley Cooper in that one. De Niro too.
I never saw it, so I don't know who all was in it. I know Bradley Cooper and
Jennifer Lawrence.
But I didn't know anyone else. He played the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's true, unrecognizable performance.
Right?
In that.
Yeah, you would never have guessed that, and I would have never have thought he would have chosen that role. But hey, he wanted to get some of that Disney money, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know if he's paying any alimony, but
no, he's a great actor as well. Also, too, it's the Big Short.
I never saw
He's
that.
in that as well.
I heard it was great.
He's got a great moment where he plays the drums in the particular movie. Great movie about the Wall Street collapse.
I wanted to ask you about this because I don't know if we ever talked about it. I saw it in the theater a couple years ago. From what I read, most people hated it. David O. Russell, Amsterdam.
He's in that too.
I enjoyed watching it in the theater. Also, De Niro was in it. John David Washington, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie's in it too.
The accents that they...
Taylor Swift's in it too.
That's right. Taylor Swift's in it.
Small role in it.
I thought it was cool that they told that story, which is based on the true story of how
the Nazis tried to overthrow our country.
Prescott Bush, tried to coax a military. Was he a general? Smedley Butler was his name.
Smedley Butler, he was trying to do a coup.
Yeah,
they were plotting against FDR and attempts in World War II, and a lot of it's a cautionary tale because you look at the ideology, the toxic ideology in that. Still prevalent. It's back in the mainstream today.
And there was another
people are aloof to it.
Another attempted coup 5 years ago. So, just looking at a couple other films. I heard this was good for a semi-fantasy movie, but I've never seen it. Reign of Fire.
I did see that with Matthew McConaughey's in that too.
Is it good?
It is. It's a fun throwaway B movie. It's a It's a big B. It's like a big movie at the budget. B movie at the budget. It's something that you'd go see on the shelves at the video store in the 90s. But this one's in 2002, and we also have a bigger budget.
The New World?
And good actors. So he plays John Smith in that. It's a masterpiece. It's a very smaller role.
It's Malik, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a great one.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good. Rescue Dawn.
He's great in that.
Which is...
Werner Herzog.
Which I did watch.
That's a movie, it's a retelling of the Little Dealer Needs to Fly documentary.
That's right. That's right. He couldn't stay away from Nolan because he did The Prestige.
The Prestige is really strong. He's
3:10 to Yuma, which was really good.
Russell Crowe came out in 2007 as well. Yep.
Dark Knight, of course, Terminator. Public Enemies, which I thought...
Lukewarm on that.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater, which it was entertaining to watch at the theater. Was it a rewatch? Is it a rewatch film? No.
I watched it a second time with my mom recently when I went down to visit her and we watched it.
Okay.
It's meh.
Right.
It's dry, and it's shaky. Like the shaky cam doesn't work for that style.
Sure. I saw this in the theater, and I took my mom to it because it's a biblical film. Do you know?
Oh, for that he's in?
2014?
Noah. No.
Exodus.
Oh, I didn't see Exodus. Okay.
Ridley Scott movie you did not see?
One of the Ridley ones. No. You said biblical, I started thinking of Noah, but that's Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe
was not in that.
Aronofsky.
Yes.
So Exodus, like we just mentioned with Public Enemies, it was fun to see in the theater. It's not really a rewatch.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it. I would say if you want something fun with a lot of great actors.
I've seen most of every Ridley Scott movie. That's one of the few I've not watched.
What about Hostiles? I saw that in the theater, and I thought it was... I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
I didn't see Hostiles.
I was
I know, with the Native Americans in it too.
Yeah.
So I was actually on the way to the theater to see it that weekend it came out. My car started backfiring, and I had to go get in the repair shop. And it was out of the theater within a week.
Wow.
Yes.
And last
Never
movie
got to it.
last movie I'll talk about that came out a couple years ago. James Mangold. Do you remember what he was in with? Directed by James Mangold.
It's the Ford versus Ferrari. Come on, you know I know that.
I know. I had to get my monthly trivia in with you.
Yes.
I saw that in the theater, and at the end of the movie, I almost teared up a little bit. I don't, from what happens in the movie, but man,
Tracy Letts is in it too.
Yeah.
Plays Ford, one of the Fords, right?
Yep. Excellent movie. Mangold has put out some great movies the last 20 years. That's all I got for Christian Bale. We're running low on time, Robert. Do you want to talk about just a few actresses?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah? All right, go ahead.
I would say Cate Blanchett's got to be discussed in this.
Yes. Just like some of the other actors we talk about, extremely versatile.
Yes.
She can do anything.
I would say her best performance is Tar, as Lydia Tar. Great movie. She was snubbed that year to the Oscars, lost to Michelle Yeoh, to Everybody, Everything All at Once, whatever that damn thing's called. I don't even remember it much. It's a mess of a movie.
I've heard that.
Tar, I remember. Tar stays with you. Tar is going to stand the test of time. That is such a layered, nuanced, pitch-perfect performance.
Mm-hmm.
And she's done other great movies in the past, too. Played Heaven's a great film with Tom Ticker, for instance. And Notes of Scandal, she's really strong in that one as well. List goes on and on. There's so many.
Blue Jasmine.
Yeah, her Oscar-winning performance. Blue Jasmine, Woody Allen's Blue Jasmine. That's a great one.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
She's done all sorts of great stuff. I'll go. One of my favorites. She's young. She's done great so far. Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
I know. You had mixed feelings about Midsummer.
I liked her performance in it, though.
Her performance was brilliant.
Yes.
What she does in that 2.5 hours is brilliant.
Yes.
And then also, who I also think has range, also very young, is Zendaya. She was great in that movie with Challengers with Josh O'Connor a couple years ago. I know you said you watched the first season of Euphoria, right?
Yes.
Have you watched second or third season?
I haven't got to second season yet. Yeah.
Season 2 with her is so good. I think she has a lot of range. She's very, very unique, a unique actress. And then someone who I, for a long time, just did not like as an actress or anything, but the last probably 5 years I've really come to appreciate is Emma Stone.
Oh, yeah. She's getting up there with the greats.
Yeah, and then working with Yorgos Lanthimos with some of these crazy movies like Begonia and the one she won for.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Poor Things.
Yes. Very, very versatile.
Yes.
She started off doing a lot of like goofy like teen comedies,
like Easy
15
A.
years ago or whatever, more than 15 years ago.
Superbad, Easy A.
Yes, yeah. That was the first time I saw her was Superbad, and it's like, wow, she really grew into a true artist. So,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, what are some of your actresses? Some more?
We have to talk about Cate Blanchett. Or so we already talked about. We have to talk about Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
She's up there. I would say her finest performance is Little Children. Todd Field, director of Tar. She was nominated for that movie. Brilliant piece of film. We've talked about it before, about films about the facade of suburbia.
Oh, yeah.
She was nominated for an Oscar that year. Check it out if you've not. She's great in Titanic, Revolutionary Road by Sam Mendes. That's a great performance. Heavenly Creatures that's the first film I ever saw her in was that. That made my top 10 in 94. Peter Jackson, I would say it's one of his 3 best films.
Oh, wow.
Definitely check that out if you have not. And she just brings a lot of riveting emotion in her performance. A lot of vulnerabilities. She's got wit. She's got sorrow. She's got sadness. You always are drawn in by Kate Winslet and her performances.
Titanic, one of the biggest movies of all time.
Great performance. great movie.
All right. I haven't seen many with her. You're going to hate me, but I've never seen Titanic.
Wow.
Who else you got on the list?
We have to go Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton is a amazing actress. Speaking of challenges, the director Luca Guadagnino did a great movie called I Am Love with her in it, and I would say that's one of her strongest performances. She's great in a movie called Julia and The Souvenir. She's great in that. You just name it. She's been in so many great indies and blockbuster films over the years. She's just a remarkable talent. Are you a fan of Tilda?
Yeah, she's also
she's been in many things.
Someone who I haven't seen a ton of her in, but everything. Oh, I was trying to remember the name of the movie that you took me to see, The Room Next Door, with Julianne Moore.
Yeah, that's a great. Those two,
so good.
I was going to bring her up next too.
So well written. Yeah.
And a great movie Tilda Swinton was in too is called Memoria. Great film, very bizarre movie. Plays with time and perception and alternate realities as well, and dream states.
Cool. You wanted to go with Julianne Moore next?
Yeah, Julianne Moore. Since we talked about The Room Next Door, she'd be up there. What a great actress she is. Her performance in Boogie Nights. Oh, what a grand slam. Her performance in Far From Heaven. That's one of the greatest. That's probably her finest performance there. Robert Altman's Shortcuts. Great performance there as well. Another actress is like Kate Winslet, where she plays a lot of flawed women.
Yeah.
But the flaws come out, and you end up caring about her in every performance of hers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to. There's several movies I'm trying to remember the names of. This. Children of Men.
Yeah, her small performance in that.
She wasn't the lead in that, of course, but I thought she was great in that.
She's great. She's been in Magnolia. I worked with PTA twice.
Magnolia, got to rewatch that.
She's great in that too. The Hours. I like their performance in that film as well.
The Coen brothers, The Dude.
Yeah, The Big Lebowski. Yes, she's hysterical in that.
There was a horror movie. I think you were telling me about it. I think it came out in the 90s. I think it was a horror movie. Maybe Safe?
Well, yeah, it's.
Is it horror?
Well,
it's a psychological. Todd Haynes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Safe is a great movie too. She should have been nominated for that film too.
I remember you mentioning that. I remember it came out in the mid-90s.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's a very anxiety-inducing movie. You're inside this woman's. I mean, it feels suffocating. It's about a woman she's sick to the world. She has a mental health breakdown in the film where she feels like she's getting sick from the world. She has to get away from the outer world. She ends up going to a community, and she's with other people who are very afraid of germs and whatnot of the world. It's a very melancholic film. It might be classified as horror just because how claustrophobic it feels. You feel like you're going to have a panic attack sometimes when you watch it. But then it's really sad watching that movie because she ends up being disconnected from the family she loves because of her illness. She can't be around with her son. She can't be around her husband. It's quite hard. It's quite shattering.
In 2001, I remember sneaking into this movie at Great Lakes Crossing, Hannibal. Yeah. I haven't watched that in a long time. I loved it at the time when it came out when I was, 16 or whatever.
Right.
I don't know if it would hold up the same.
She plays Clarice, not as well as Jodie Foster did. Sure.
But I just remember loving her in it. I thought she was great. We are almost out of time. I'm not going to go into a description of these last two actresses because anyone listening knows how great they are. They started to become famous around the same time. Natalie Portman and Scarlett Johansson.
They did, yeah. That's
early 2000s.
Well, 90s too for Natalie.
Well, yeah, mid 90s if we're talking about Heat and The Professional. Yeah.
Right.
And I know ScarJo did a couple smaller films when she was little.
Yeah.
But early 2000s, both of these actresses, I thought, of course, like everyone, these are two of the most beautiful women.
And they both wore pink wigs.
Yeah.
And Natalie Portman was in Closer and Scarlett and Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation, which anyone who knows Robert and I know we absolutely love that movie.
We're like Joe talking about Jaws and Star Wars every Sunday. This one we talk about Lost in Translation and everyone.
But yeah, both of them.
Both are fabulous actresses.
Actors, beautiful, beautiful women.
You see them evolve and mature in their performances over the years.
Right.
Like Marriage Story. Wow, Scarlett Johansson.
I still need to watch it.
See
I
that.
know Adam Driver's in it. Also phenomenal actor.
Yes.
And now Scarlett Johansson has done everything from these Marvel movies to Under the Skin, which is a very
great performance.
very
Great movie. Yeah.
weird, strange horror film where she plays an alien. And a lot of that movie was, the way it was filmed, it was like, I think a lot of the people on screen did not know they were being filmed. I don't know. Excellent movie. But yeah, she's really branched out and started doing all these other different types of films. She's going to be in the new Exorcist movie by Mike Flanagan, which I'm looking forward to. She's done Jurassic Park now, and she's directed her first movie, which I didn't see. But yeah, that's all I got for actors and actresses. Do you have any last people you'd like to talk about?
Well, we hit on a lot of them. We can't forget Frances McDormand. Great, Fargo and Nomadland. She's won 3 Oscars, the 3 Billboards.
Blood Simple, great performance there too. That had to have been one of her first roles.
Yeah,
right? That was 84, right?
85.
85.
84, 85. Yeah. 84 in the festival's 85 theatrical.
Yeah. Coen Brothers, of course.
Yes.
I loved her in, of course, Fargo. Burn After Reading, right?
She's hysterical in Burn After Reading. So she's a caricature in that, but you still still feel for her in that. And
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah, she won the Oscar for that. 3 Oscars. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
The lead actress too. They're not supporting Mississippi Burning. She was in that. She got a nomination for that. Well, wow. I know you liked Hamnet. You got to check out Nomadland. Great performance.
I do need to see that. Yeah. Anything else, Mr. Butler?
Thank you for tuning into this podcast each month. We appreciate it. Go to defactofilmreviews.com. Check out our reviews on there.
Check out our fundraising page for this little movie called Phantom Moon.
Phantom Moon, yes. We got a Kickstarter page up. Check it out.
Yes. We thank you all for listening. This has been episode 6 of Defacto Film Reviews. And I have been, and still are, Andrew Walker.
And I'm Robert Joseph Butler.
Thanks for listening, folks. And we will catch you next time. Peace out.
Till next time.